Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Monday, January 6th, 2025, which is the first Monday of the new year. As you can see from the title of this video, there are several topics that I would like to discuss. And today's video will be a very raw and uncut. The reason for this video today is because I felt in my spirit that someone may need to hear these things that I am discussing today. And I'm always here to give support to people who are in need or maybe struggling with some issues. So basically, this is why I decided to get on this topic today. But first of all, I would like to say thank you to all of my subscribers and my viewers. And for those of you who are watching this video found my channel for the very first time, my name is Vanessa, and the name of my channel is Lifestyle with Vanessa Stevens. In my channel, you will see things which I focus on, such as a lifestyle, cooking, cleaning, home decor, and whatever comes to mind, basically. I don't box myself in. This is why I started a lifestyle channel, so I am able to go on any topic and do anything that I please. So with that being said, Happy New Year's once again to everyone. I hope you guys are starting off with a great spirit and health and wealth in the new year. So as for me, December 31st is pretty much a bittersweet date for me. I don't know if I've said this in any of my previous videos, but December 31st would have been the 90th birth date of my dad, who is deceased. He passed away September 3rd, 2016. So that day is pretty much, we feel kind of, I can't really put it into words because I'm still in some ways feeling it right now. I was also my dad's caregiver. So he was living with myself and my children for a numerous amount of years. So losing him was very, very difficult. But I can say leaving the end of the year, going into the new year was phenomenal. As I do every single year, which is a tradition for myself and my children, we did bring in the new year with the word of the Lord. For those of you who do not have a church home and is seeking one or is not sure where they want to go, I invite you to maybe live stream on Sundays at 10 a.m. to the Abyssinian Baptist Church, which is my home church in New York, and I am still a member. I've been a member of that congregation for the past 23 years. Even though that I am here in Georgia currently, I never left my membership. I love that church. That church is everything to me and my children. So therefore, I make sure I watch and still pay my tithes and things of that nature. Currently, we do have a new pastor by the name of Kevin Johnson. The pastor that I had for the 20-something years was Dr. Calvin O. Butts, which he passed away in 2022. But with that being said, please feel free to tune in if you need to hear the word of God. With that being said, I wanted to speak on a number of topics in this video, which I feel is needed. And like I said, has been resting on my spirit. Just wanted to inform people so that we can start off the new year in better health and a better mental state and things like that. First, let me say, I noticed that I have a lot of men who follow my channel, which is wonderful. What I want to say is, and this is pertaining to Black men. It's for men overall, but especially for our Black men. In 2025, please do your due diligence when it comes to your health. Being that I've been working in the healthcare industry for over 40 something years, I can honestly tell you without a doubt, the biggest majority of patients that I see that come in with ailments are men. Men do not do their due diligence as far as going for their annuals. When I say their annuals, I mean their medical, their dental, and their vision. I don't understand why it's so hard for men to keep up with their health. I don't know if there's some type of stigma that is attached to it, but in my field to which I work, I will give an example. I normally work in specialty service. So I've worked in cardiology, which is for the heart. I've also worked in hematology, medical oncology, which is cancer patients. What I can say is in cardiology, we had a very high number of men who came in with heart attacks, who also had to have not one, not two, sometimes 3 procedures because they had blockages in their heart, where they had to have procedures which were either stents, where they put like a little rod in your heart to open up your valve to help the blood flow through, or they had to have triple bypass and things of that nature. When I worked in hematology, medical oncology, which was a great experience for me. I learned a lot in that role. I did learn that you can have cancer anywhere on your body, your skin, your tongue, your nose. For men, I was very surprised to find out that they can also develop breast cancer. So with that being said, my example to you men is, especially when I worked in hematology, medical oncology, I find that I'll say maybe 87%, 88% of the time, by the time a man reaches the clinic and has been diagnosed with cancer, he's already in stage 4. Stage 4, we really can't do too much for you other than keep you comfortable. The reason for these gentlemen finding out that they're in stage 4 is because they're not going to their physicals every year and doing the things that they need to do. So when you have any issues or you have any concerns, or if you have a family history of anything in your family, it's better for you to seek out your primary doctor so you can get tested every year and find out what's going on with you. It's better to be safe than sorry. It doesn't take very long to do. Most of the time when you go to your primary doctor, if you are a new patient, the visit might be a half an hour. If you have to have any blood work done, that might be an additional 5 or 10 minutes. If you are a patient who goes every year, then you're an established patient, which your appointments would be 15 to 20 minutes. So it really doesn't take that much time. Also, with the women, when it comes to health, yes, we do our due diligence when it comes to our health, but I've noticed, and I myself is included in this, once you start having children, you put yourself to the back burner. A lot of women, just like our men, are finding out that they're having some issues later in life because they did not take the time to prioritize their time and go and seek their annual appointments as well, which is your primary care physician for your physicals every year, your vision, and also your dental. These 3 things can take a toll on your life if not being done. As I said, I am a prime example of that as well. I have always been a giver. I'm always giving, and putting myself to the back burner. As I've stated, I was a caregiver for both of my parents. I wasn't really a single parent per se, But when my children's father and I broke up, the children were in the household with me. So all of the responsibilities fell upon me. So therefore, I would miss a lot of appointments and not do my due diligence. So, I also fall in that category. So once again, I just want to reiterate that let's make that our goal this year, to make sure that we take care of ourselves first. Because if we are responsible for anyone else, such as our spouses, our parents, or our children, we are of no good use to them if we don't take care of ourselves. If we don't take care of ourselves and we break down, we're not going to be able to take care of anyone else. If you guys see me looking to the side, I wrote some notes here because I wanted to make sure that I remember to hit on every topic, because I feel that this video is so very important. So the next thing that I would like to bring up is in this new year, I would encourage you guys to add some growth to your life. Don't be stagnant and satisfied where you're sitting and where you're at. Enrich your life. Take on new hobbies. Learn a new skill. Do something to keep you active. The reason why I wanted to speak on this topic is because I came across a video the other day, and I'm so sorry I did not write down the name of the gentleman or the title of the video, but he was basically speaking of the life expectancy of people in our country. Right now, the average American is living up to the age of 66.5, which is so sad. Because in the world that we're living in now, 2025, and I'm sure going on into the future, 40, 50, 60 is no longer really considered old. We still have a lot of life left in us. So if we're not taking care of our health, if we're not growing, we're having an unfruitful life. By the time we reach the age 66, if we're not in good health, mind and body, we've wasted a lot of time in our lives. And I'm sure that there's a lot of us out here who, once we retire, whether it's age 62, 65, or 70, we do want to experience life, after retirement, after your children are grown and out living their lives. You want to move into the second phase of your life and enjoy, stress-free, not have to worry about your health, and anything else for that matter. So I encourage you to, once again, do your due diligence with your health, and also try to grow. For myself, I feel that as you age, you should become wiser and have more life experience to you. Not to knock anyone, but I hate to see, and I emphasize hate, to see a man or a woman in their 50s or 60s trying to act like they're 20 or 30. Though we still, look young for our age, our mindset isn't there yet, and which I think is very, very sad. And I feel that as you get older, you're supposed to get better with time. As they say, wine gets better with time. The older the wine is, the better the taste is, the better the fruit. I feel that is the same with us as humans as we get older. Take the time to travel. Take the time to do better with your health. Learn new skills. Meet new people. Get out of your house, and just try to make your life last a little longer, and let it have some meaning. My goal for this year, I don't do New Year's resolutions. Let me just give you a little backstory on me. I don't partake in New Year's resolutions. What I do every year, for as far as I can remember, I set goals for myself. I don't have a certain number of goals that I have. I just think of things that I would like to accomplish within that year. I will write it down on a piece of paper. Then I would take that piece of paper, I would go to my Bible, and randomly I would just open up the Bible. Whatever verse that it may fall on, I will read that verse. I will go over my goals again. I will fold it up, put it in my Bible, and keep it there for the year. So that way, when the next year comes in, I go back to my Bible and I pull out that piece of paper where I wrote my goals to see how many I have achieved or if I have achieved any. And that is what keeps me going. Being goal oriented and having goals set for yourself, to me, makes you a better person. You want to do better, in life. You want to do better for yourself. You want to do better for your children. So I think growth is the key for that. Also, let's see. As far as our children, there are many of us out here in our 50s and 60s. Yes, our children are adults now, and hopefully they, are able to stand alone, out in the society and contribute. They're hardworking and doing the things that they're supposed to do because you raised them correctly. But also we have to do our due diligence with the younger generations. To me, they are very, very lost and they have no guidance at all. This is where I feel that we need to step in. Even if it's not children in our own family, we have to extend ourselves to those outside because they may have parents or grandparents who do not know any better. For example, what I can say is my mom, she doesn't have a high school education. She stopped school when she was very, very young. I have an older sibling. We're 14 years apart, which is my sister. She had my sister when she was, I'm not too clear of the age, but I think it's either like 15, 16, 17, somewhere in that. So her education was not the best. I'm not going to down my mom, but she did the best that she can do with the resources that she had. But what I can say is that my mom was a very strict woman, a very strong woman. She always kept a job. She always kept her house clean. And she made sure that she provided and did everything that she needed to do for me to become successful. So fast forward to myself when I got into my adulthood and with my children, things that I did not learn from my parents or things that I did not have instilled in me from my parents, I always tried to make sure that I kept myself in a group of people who were able to teach me. And yes, some of those people were a little older than me. I guess I can say I'm somewhat of an old soul as well. So with that being said, I learned a lot from these people. And as I grew and became a parent, then I started taking on the initiative as learning things on my own. Such as with me raising my children, I always wanted to make sure that my children were raised in a good home, made sure they had their two parents in their lives, whether we were together or not. I wanted them to acquire a good education. Now, when we get to the education part, I am a firm believer that you have to lead by example. So I made sure that my children saw me get up every Sunday and go to church and worship the Lord. I made sure that my children saw me get up every single morning and make them breakfast, get them ready for school, help them with their homework, make sure that they were clean and fed, and send them on their way, and then see me go to work every day. Once my children started getting older and up in age and up in school, going up to the higher grades, I always wanted to instill education in my children. So I believed that go as far as you can go with your education. So I did want my kids to have a college education. So even though I graduated from high school, I started college, but you know how we are. Once we get of age and we're not under our parents' wing anymore, we pretty much just want to hang out, party, have our job, thinking the money that we're making is enough for us, not thinking that in the future we're going to have children. We might want a better job, we might want a different lifestyle, which may require you to have some type of form of degree so you can obtain these things. But with that being said, later on in life, when my children were little, I decided to go back to college, go back to school to get my degree. Because in my mind, how can I enforce on my children something that I did not do? So I wanted to be that example to them. I wanted to show them that even though I'm telling them you have to do good in school, you need to do your homework every day, you have to go out and get a good education so you can get a good job and get yourself a good pay, and live life. I wanted to do those things so that they were able to at least follow in my footsteps and have a leverage in life, some would say. So I wanted to make sure that I did my due diligence with that. Also, and especially with the world that we're living in today, get your children involved in something that will keep them off the street. I always kept my children busy, whether if it was a church activity or activities outside of the home. I used to take my children out to the museums. They did basketball, soccer, karate, dance, swim, whatever it is that they could do. What I also did, and the reason why I say I love my church dearly, is because I raised my children in the church. Yes, they did have their dad there, who was a good provider and a good dad to them. But I also wanted them to have access to other people and how they lived their lives and what they did to become successful. So I entered them into programs within the church where they can have different mentors, in different stages and in different walks of life, so that they can see, what's out there other than what their parents are doing. And that, I think that speaks volumes. Also, as far as my son, with him being a young Black man, I wanted him to have a lot of young Black men. Well, not young per se. I just wanted him to have a array of Black men in his life as mentors. I feel that that is so important. Really, it really is important, and it reflects on my son to this day. So I am grateful that I took the steps that I did when it came to raising my children. And lastly, what I want to say is in 2025, let's put our best foot forward and try to be the best that we can be. Let's pour into ourselves and think outside the box. Even if you want to go out and start a new job, start a new hobby, don't let anything or anyone stop you from doing so. And also one other thing I wanted to say, I have a very close cousin that I talk to on the regular, and we always talk about an array of things. And one thing I always say is that I never want to be the smartest person in my friend group. And I also want friends that are on an equal level that I am. I hope that doesn't sound like I'm better than anyone else. That's the best way that I can explain it. But the reason why I feel this way is because I'm a go-getter. and I am a goal-oriented person. So therefore, I want to engulf myself in people who are like me. So therefore, I want people who are able to motivate me and give me examples, and who are living that life of where I'm trying to be or the things that I want to do. So if you're basically in a group where you're the one who's the mover, the shaker, and the thinker, you're coming up with everything, and you're not getting any growth from that. You need to be in relationships where it's personal, or like a friend group, or if it's a relation. I always felt that you have to have someone not really on your level, but a little above your level in order for you to grow and to learn new things. Like now, I don't really tell too many people that I have a YouTube channel, because some people may feel that, oh, you're too old to be doing this. You're going to be retiring. You need your job, negative aspects of it. But I know in my mind where I want to take this platform. I know in my mind what I want to do. I know in my mind the plans and the goals that I have for this channel and things that I want to do outside this channel. And the reason why I started this channel is because I feel that this can help me reach the goal and reach the masses that I'm looking for. And lastly, men out there who are raising male children, please teach them to be respectful of women. Not all women that you see out here are loose women. Some women don't know any better. Also, you have women out here that hold themselves at a higher standard. So therefore, if there is a woman out here that you are interested in and want to get to know for a decent reason, other than because you may find them attractive or whatever the situation may be respectful, because no woman of worth or value wants a man who is lazy, who is disrespectful, who has no goals, and who does not want to better themselves in life, and who do not know how to present themselves as being a respectable man. That's just my view of where I'm coming from as a woman, because we are in a world that is changing right now. And I notice that there may be a lot of strikes against us in the Black community. And we really need to take the time to come together and respect one another. Because if we don't have respect for one another in our own community, we're damn sure not going to get respect from other communities, if you know what I mean. There might be a lot of turmoil within the next 4 years. Hopefully not. And if so, don't let anything stop you from doing what you want to do. But let's become a tight-knit community. Let's respect one another. Men, please become leaders in your women and your children's lives. And hopefully, the outcome will be beautiful and will be blessed. So at this point, I'm going to end the video. Thank you guys for taking the time and viewing it fully through. If there are any other topics that you would like to discuss, please leave a message in the comments and let me know. Or if you have any comments about anything that I've said in this video, please comment and I will most definitely respond. I will also let you know that I do my due diligence to answer every comment that is on my page. But if I do come across a comment that I feel is disrespectful or has nothing to do with my platform on this channel, I do not respond, or I just remove you from the channel. I don't want to be disrespectful to anyone, and I don't want anyone to be disrespectful to me. The purpose of me having this YouTube channel is to build a community of men and women who are like-minded and who are seeking similar things, such as what I am seeking. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video, and have a blessed day.